I recorded this the other day, and I meant to share it on my social media channels, but I decided, let's put this on my podcast. Because it was a longer video, and it just felt more like I needed to share it in this space. I may still add it to my social media. This is an example of how something that happens to me, and in this case it was a dream. I didn't ask for this dream. It just happened one night, and I decided there's something to it because it was just very odd. And I had recently come back from a trip to the lake with my daughter, and in that house there was a book by George Bernard Shaw. He is one of my spirit guides, and he's come to me in a few different ways over the last 10 to 15 years, once in a direct voice and once in an EVP where he said his name, one that I recorded. How do I know he's my spirit guide? Just because of those two reasons. And now he comes forth in a dream, and what I do is go down this rabbit hole. Okay, if this dream is showing me this, then I want to figure out what it is. And this is what I learned from that dream by going into a meditation. If you need any advice on how to do a past life meditation, or if you'd like to be guided through a past life meditation, I do have this one, I believe, in a recording somewhere. Shoot me an email and I can get that off to you, dboylemedium@gmail.com. Rate my podcast and also leave a review if you are so inclined. Thanks. Have a good one. Here's a video on how awareness and connection to spirit, the afterlife, the after this life, can take you down a rabbit hole. You may or may not know that George Bernard Shaw has come to me in various different ways over the last over 10 years. And I have a few different authors who are in the world of spirit that tend to guide me. I'm writing more books, but it's a process, right? So the other night I have a dream, and in the dream I end up in this cemetery, and on the gravestone in front of me says Donna Bernard Shaw. I wake up, I say, well, that's intriguing, and I think about, well, was I a past life something to him? Maybe I was in a past life someone to him, but not in his past life where he was George Bernard Shaw, but maybe in a previous existence where he was the soul who was to become George Bernard Shaw, or vice versa. Maybe there's a piece of his soul in me right now. I don't know. So a couple days later, we come to this morning, and I'm doing some yoga, and I said, okay, I'm going to go into a meditation and figure out why I saw that headstone. So I go into my favorite meditation in my head, where I'm in a movie theater, and George is right beside me. He's watching the movie with me. I said, thank you for watching this movie. It's based on a past life that I want to see. So I set the intention. I immediately see in my meditation on the screen a movie of me digging a hole. I'm digging the hole. It looks like I'm digging a grave for myself. So I'm digging the hole, and then I finish and I sit on the edge, and then the camera pans back and I see a bunch of men with their guns aimed at me, wanting me to jump in the hole. I know, weird, right? So I look at George beside me in the movie theater, and I'm like, thanks for being here with me. And he's like, no problem. And then pans back even more, and there's George in that lifetime being held captive. So his arms and his feet are tied, his mouth is something over his mouth. And I look at him with a smile as I'm sitting beside myself on this grave site, and I say, it's okay. I'm okay. And his eyes are just pleading with me, don't jump in the hole, don't jump in the hole. And I just say, it's okay. It's okay. I've dug my own grave. So I jump in the hole, dirt piles on top of me, end scene. Come back to the movie theater, George is still sitting there, and I said, well, that was interesting. I was literally digging my own grave. And he said, now take it figuratively. How in this life, in this existence, are you figuratively digging your own grave? Meaning, thoughts that I think. And then I smiled, of course, in my meditation. I said, I understand that now. I have a lot of thoughts in my head, always have been in my head, about why am I here? Is this what I'm meant to be doing? That past life taught me, or that image of a soul existence, that intervention taught me I'm digging my own grave when I have those thoughts. How are you? How might you be digging